Hello. So, here's the deal. The other day, I posted a video where I was using Espeon. It was my second draft of an Espeon team. I said, hey, I'm going to use this on YouTube just to get a feel for it, test it out a little bit before I stream with it. Then I'm going to stream with it and kind of take it from there. Now, I did this, and it felt pretty bad. So we are now looking at my third draft of an Espeon team. I think this one has potential. Of the three that I built, I think this one is probably the best, but it's unclear. I guess for me, the thing that I like the most about this team is that most of the Pokemon look like good Pokemon. Like, of course, we have Noivern, and we have Espeon, but other than those, I honestly think Espeon is kind of okay. Or Noivern is kind of an okay Pokemon. Looking at my opponent's team, we can see a couple things. They do have two Justified users with no beat up. They have a Mungus, which is slightly concerning. They have Terrakion, which is okay. I don't think this looks like an awful matchup, and honestly, I think Espeon is kind of good here. The question is, how am I going to deal with the Amoonguss? I don't have great Amoonguss answers on this team, unfortunately. Rotomosh looks okay. Like, Weezing looks... Honestly, wait, Weezing looks pretty strong here, offensively. Yeah, actually, I like Weezing a lot here. I think Ferrothorn is a pretty nice matchup as well, all things considered. I'm a little worried about Snarl Arcanine, actually. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Let's see. Sorry, this is a tricky one. Espeon is definitely coming, though. It's Espeon plus Weezing would give me a pretty good matchup against everything that's not the... Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. It's too slow. I need to bring Noivern to this, right? I think Espeon plus Weezing is okay up front, and then I'll bring Noivern and Ferrothorn in the back, I think, and I'll try and sweep with Weezing. Yeah, because if I get rid of the... Yeah, all I really have to do here is get rid of the Amoonguss, and then... Or get rid of the Arcanine, and then my Ferrothorn is in really nice shape. So, I think that's kind of the way I'll be playing here. I expect an Arcanine lead, truthfully. We'll have to see what they lead with. I think it's probably... Could be a lot of things. I think Arcanine is the lead, though. Yeah, this is what I was expecting, more or less. Arcanine plus Braviary are the leads here. Not amazing. We do have a nice Espeon counter lead here. I'm going to turn off all abilities immediately. I need to remember that if I've turned the abilities off, I can be spored. That's one thing. We're just going to reflect right out the gates, and I kind of want to protect here. I could just Dynamax right away. Get some max ooze damage off as well. No, I think I want to protect and start stalling. It won't reveal that I'm offensive yet anyway. And getting 8 turns to reflect is pretty nice in this matchup. Not all of the Pokemon are physical, but the really heavy hitters and the ones that I expect to Dynamax are Terrakion and Braviary are the two most likely Dynamax targets. I honestly think that if you're leading Braviary, you probably are not... Oh, interesting. I thought they would have Dynamax there. But I think you probably don't have Terrakion in the back, but I've been wrong before. They go for... Oh, it's Scarf Braviary. Interesting. Ooh, I didn't expect that. Okay. Scarf Braviary. Gonna go for a Snarl here. Interesting, interesting. Doesn't do very much damage, as you can see. My Espeon is pretty tanky. We now know that Braviary is Choice Scarf. That's very valuable information. We're just gonna get a Reflect Up. So, I mean, overall, they got Talon and Snarl on my Espeon, but I got Reflect Up for 8 turns. I think that's not a bad trade at all. The question is, who are they gonna switch into here? Like, they don't have great switch-ins to... Well, really anything. I think I go with Light Screen with Espeon, and then... I do think I want to max ooze here. Or should I switch into Ferrothorn? Like, they're not gonna... Nothing they have switches into... I don't want to get burned, though. Because I really... It's these Snarls that are annoying. Like, I don't really have great answers to Snarl Arcanine. I guess I can just Light Screen and then max ooze here into whatever... Into the, I'll just hit the Arcanine. I think it's not a perfect play. Like, I am going to get Snarled again, which is unfortunate. Yeah, they have to switch because they were Choice Scarfed into Tailwind. They go into Sylveon. I mean, I'm about to get Light Screen up, and I do have offensive Dynamax Weezing on the field as well, so it's not a terrible position to be in. Obviously, I would prefer if Weezing was not Snarled, because then I could really kind of start going to town, but, yeah, we also, like, 8 turns of screens is really nice in this matchup, I think. And we burned 2 turns of their Tailwind. So really, it's just a question of how quickly can I get rid of this Arcanine, and what is my special attack going to be at the end? Because, like, I'm using my Dynamax early. That's one of the downsides of my plan here. They do go for Snarl. They do connect on both. I don't think Sylveon's super threatening here. With Light Screen up and with Pixelate turned off, like, it shouldn't really be scary at all, truthfully. My Espeon's going to be at -1, and my Weezing's going to be at neutral at the end of this. So I think Max Ooze will do, like, 40%, but I could be wrong. I could be to do less than that. I hope it does at least 40. It is -1, and it's not a super powerful move. Yeah, it does a little under 40, which is a problem. Like, I'm basically doing no damage here. Yeah, the Snarl Arcanine is tough, truthfully. I don't know if they have a switch into Max Ooze of Sylveon, but again, I think the Arcanine is kind of the bigger threat, so I'm just going to Psychic into that. And Max Ooze into that again. I do need to get rid of this thing at some point. Sylveon I can beat with Ferrothorn. They do not protect, which is interesting. I wonder if they're going to Hyper Voice. I definitely thought they'd protect there. Yeah, Snarl Arcanine is a bit of a problem. I could have brought Rotom Wash, but the Amoonguss spooked me. Okay, they're really committed to dropping my special attack. That also does a ton of damage. Oh, they crit me. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Big crit there. Now Weezing's a -2. Yeah, they've really mitigated my damage output, which is not what I was hoping for. Espeon's a -2. Both my Pokemon are -2. We do a little bit of damage here. We do a little bit more. But yeah, this Sylveon just kind of going to town. Okay, we get Arcanine really low, which is nice. We're back to -1 on both, but yeah, like, we're dropping too fast here. Let's see if they have a berry. They do have a berry. That's really bad. It's just, it's I pop a berry. Yeah, I can't get through this Arcanine easily, unfortunately. I kind of want to double the Sylveon here. Like, I think I definitely Psychic again. I don't have anything better to do. And let's get some damage into Sylveon. Arcanine is pretty much where I need it to be, so yeah, we can double that. Also, they stayed in last turn, so yeah. It's not a great trade by any means, like, all this damage on my Pokemon, specifically the fact that I've used my Dynamax and haven't done much damage, but yeah, they just switch out here. Let's see who it's into. It's Braviary again, okay. So they want to reset their Tailwind, which, I mean, makes sense to me. They go over Hyper Voice. This is not a fairy type attack, so it does nothing. And I'm actually back to neutral offensive stats, which is nice. Do a little bit of damage. A drop would be big. Oh, we get a drop. I was kind of kidding, but we actually do get a drop. We get News off as well. So overall, I mean, this isn't going awfully. We have a lot of damage on the board. We almost take a KO there. Like, 2 of their Pokemon are near KO range. Not actually KO range, but getting closer. I'm back to neutral special attack. Weezing's taking a ton of damage, which is pretty bad, but I do still have a couple more turns of my screens. The real issue is this Arcanine in the back and my Ferrothorn, and the other issues they haven't Dynamaxed. Those are my main concerns right now. I'll go for Psychic, get to Sylveon, and just go for a Sludge Bomb into the Braviary, I think, is my best option. We know Scarf. I'm neutral on both. They can Brave Bird, but then they lose Speed Control, which is, I think, better for us than it is for them. Like, yeah, they may even Dynamax their Braviary here, actually. I think Dynamax Max Airstream would make some sense. I think that KO's Weezing because I'm not very bulky, but might not. Yeah, that Snarl Arcanine was really problematic. I maybe should have, like, Milotic or Primarina over Rotom Wash, although Rotom Wash made a lot of sense in theory. I think Rotom Wash Espeon would have been a better lead here, because I could have, yeah. Rotom Wash Espeon I think is stronger. They actually do Dynamax. This is going to be Braviary. We do get a Psychic off first, unless they want to protect. Yeah. Having Rotom Wash in the back here, I don't know why I didn't bring Rotom Wash to this matchup. It was really strong. I think I just got so focused on, like, speed control that I forgot that I actually don't need speed control if I have Screens plus Dynamax Weezing as my main sweeping thing. So yeah, we do have to be really careful around this thing. Should we Protect from Sylveon? Yeah, Protect from Sylveon is unfortunate for us because now they get a speed boost, which is bad. Psychic fails into the Sylveon. They're going to go for an Airstream here into, I think, Weezing. Unless they want to take out Espeon. Weezing, I do go down, actually, to that, and abilities are reactive, which is really bad. Oh, I'm in so much trouble. Holy cow. And my Noivern actually doesn't have moves that can KO, unfortunately. So I'm in big trouble here. We have a couple more turns of screens left. I kind of feel like I have to go into Ferrothorn here, honestly. Like, I can go Noivern, but I should have brought Rotom Wash in the back. That was really bad. I have to take a Mystical Fire here. It's not the end of the world. It's just not ideal. I definitely lose this. You can't, okay, I think I learned that you can't bring Espeon and Noivern together. That's a bad idea. Let's go for Gyro Ball. Yeah, I lose now. Yeah, if I had Rotom Wash in the back, bringing Rotom Wash in here would have been really nice. Rotom Wash and Screen should be really strong. So even though I lost this, I feel like the team is still pretty strong. And I feel like I learned something valuable. Like, it was just poor Pokemon picking here. More than, like, actual fundamental team building issues. Like, yeah, Snarl Arcanine is a little annoying, but this is why I have Light Screen Rotom Wash, for example. Airstream comes out again, into my Espeon, presumably. Actually, into my Ferrothorn. Huh, okay, so I guess they want to Mystical Fire and just get damage on my... Oh, they just want to go for Hyper Voice. Okay. Yeah, even with light screen up, I do not survive that. I have a feeling I don't have any more turns of light screen or reflect left after this as well, which is a problem. Jarwell's going to take out Sylveon. So we get a KO, but it's too little too late, I think. Truthfully. Braviary has too much speed, and without... Like, I need bulk to beat this. Like, if I can go into Rotom Wash right now instead of Noivern, again... Although, Rotom Wash still probably wouldn't be enough in this case, but at least we could pretend, you know? Noivern comes in here. I'm going to frisk the items on the Terrakion, actually. Ooh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I bet a whole game plan around Ferrothorn without adequate support to, like, support it. Weakness Policy Terrakion. I can't really do anything against this. I can Super Fang the Terrakion and Gyro Ball the Terrakion in the hopes that they mess up somehow, but I think that's unlikely. And even if they do, like, I don't see how I can ever beat Braviary without Rotom. And with Weezing taking too much damage. So, yeah, even though I lost, I do feel like I learned a lot from this. And I do feel like this team is solid. Like, this doesn't feel like a team problem so much as a me playing poorly problem. It wasn't even so much a playing issue. It was like I didn't bring the tools to deal with the things that I had to. They go for Max Strike. That's one way they could lose here. If they go for Rock Slide, and they miss the Rock Slide. Although, honestly, it'd be so hard to lose. Like, yeah, it's near impossible to lose, now that I actually think about it. Should be Rock Slide. Oh, they just close combat. Even with Reflective, I don't think I live that. Yeah, I just do not live that. Espeon was good here. I'm gonna be honest. Espeon was good. The issue wasn't, like, unlike the games yesterday where Espeon was bad, Espeon was actually pretty nice here. The issue was the way that I positioned around it. I really like this Reflect Light Screen Espeon. I let the Amoonguss spook me. That was the thing. Like, Espeon plus Rotom Wash should have destroyed this team, but the Amoonguss really spooked me. So, yeah. Heck, even Charizard. They were never gonna do Rotom Wash, or they were never gonna do Amoonguss into Espeon plus Rotom Wash, or Espeon plus Charizard plus Amoonguss. I think that's what I should have realized. Yeah, that would have been a better... Yeah, there were way better modes with this team. So I'm going to say it. I think this team can do it. I think this team can do much better than the others. Like, sometimes it's not about winning or losing so much. It's about how a team makes you feel and how a team feels to use. And this feels good to use. Like, I feel like I have options. I feel like I have a lot of options. Let's see. Let's try again. Maybe it was just a good matchup, and I lost because like, the team had a good matchup. I lost, but it still felt good. But maybe I'll play a different team and it'll feel bad. So it's kind of what you can't judge too much on one game. But in general, I typically find that I get a good sense of a team after using it once. I can tell how much I'm going to like it, and I feel like I'm going to like this one. But let's see what we're facing up. This person's pretty high ranked. I didn't give Porygon Z much thought when it came to prep. I'm not going to lie. Porygon Z plus Azumarill. A lot of weird Pokemon here. Zoroark is... Oh, I can turn off Illusion. Okay. Let's see if we can learn from our mistakes. Charizard's pretty strong here. They don't have Redirection. They do have Fake Out, though. I really like Weezing plus Espeon here, I think. In the back, I do think I need either Rotom or Charizard. I like Rotom here. Let's learn from our mistakes from last game. And then, last slot is going to be... I think Ferrothorn. I think Ferrothorn gives me the... This is a bit more defensive than I would like. But, yeah. I don't know how Weezing interacts with Zoroark, by the way. I'm just assuming that I will cancel Illusion, so I won't have to see it, like, see Illusion. That's part of the reason I wanted to lead Weezing, because I don't want to have Espeon accidentally get blown up by something that I wasn't expecting. I do need to make sure I get Light Screen up this game. That's a big thing here. So, yeah, we have a goal here. That's Mienshao. Okay, Mienshao plus Azumarill. This is super fine. Number one, Azumarill doesn't even have huge power right now. Number two... Oh, but what if it's Zoroark? What if one of these is Zoroark? Let's just set Reflect up. Wait, Reflect or Light Screen? I think that Neutralizing Gas would turn off Zoroark. I think. God, if it doesn't, I'm going to feel super dumb. But let's just go for kind of the obvious play here. Like, we don't want Azumarill to boost up on us, is the truth. God, I hope one of these isn't Zoroark. Okay, I was kind of worried about Corviknight switching in there, so I'm glad that it didn't. If Neutralizing Gas doesn't work with Zoroark the way that I think it does, I'm going to feel super dumb. If I just get, like, Night Dazed here... Ideally, they Fake Out Weezing. I feel like Fake Out Weezing is the obvious choice here, but yeah. I have Dynamax Weezing, so I'm Dynamaxing it a lot of the time because it is very offensive. They're Dynamaxing Azumarill, actually. Okay. Well, I turned off Huge Power, and I got Reflect up. I might not have gotten Reflect up, but I did turn off Huge Power. It could be Weakness Policy. That'd be bad, but I'm honestly kind of... No, if it was Zoroark, I would have Dynamaxed first. Zoroark doesn't copy the speed stat, just the appearance. God, I don't know how Zoroark works here. They're gonna go for oh, they're not gonna go for a Fake Out. All right, let's see if it's Zoroark. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm very glad I Dynamaxed Weezing and set Reflect and turned off abilities, because Azumarill without huge power is not good. Like, it's a very bad Pokemon. It's a pretty good Pokemon with huge power. Ooh, we do like no damage, though. Interesting. Okay. Special attack rises. That's Solfest Azumarill. It should be taking more than that, I think. I think this is going to be Liquidation as well. Starfall, actually. They want Espeon damaged. Okay. Yeah, thanks to, even with +1 attack, because of Weezing, it doesn't do that much damage. I'm wondering now how much max... So, okay, hang on a second. It can't protect itself. That's the first thing we know for sure. The second thing is that the first one did about 35%, so the second one should do about 50. So then I think Psychic will KO. I think Psychic plus Ooze KOs here. Because I'm +1 special attack on my Espeon, and even though I'm not invested... Oh, I actually thought Ally Switch was coming out. I think the next one KOs. They go for another Coaching, which is fine. Yeah, Reflect plus no abilities is kind of scary to deal with if you're Azumarill. Like, actually, it's a pretty hard counter. I think this goes down. Okay, cool. Dynamax is over. I got +2 on both Weezing and Espeon. I have 6 turns left of Reflect. I could have set Sunny Day there as well if I thought... Like, if they had Liquidation turn 1, and if I'd done, a little bit less with Max Ooze, I would have set Sunny Day, just to kind of invalidate them. Okay, so, like, basically what I was thinking when I was like, why would I use... I was like, okay, I can use Dual Screens Espeon, but why would I use it over Grimmsnarl? Like, what does it do that Grimmsnarl doesn't? And this answers my question a little bit. Number one, it's not as bulky, I think, because you have to invest in speed, but you do get access to Sunny Day, which is not something you have with Grimmsnarl. Okay, Porygon Z. We are taking this thing out ASAP. Misty Train is up. We're light screening here. I could go for Psychic into the Mienshao, but I think the Porygon Z is just so much scarier. I think Starfall is the right move here. I'm going to Starfall. It's slightly stronger. I mean, +2 Ooze KOs as well, but I think Starfall is probably my best bet. And, like, if they Protect, I get some damage done through the Protect. I'm going to get Light Screen up here. Oh, yeah, but the other thing is that after Max Ooze, Espeon actually does damage. And, like, it does damage quickly, which is nice. So Close Combat comes out. This is going to do nothing. Yeah, Espeon barely hangs on despite his poor defense stat because I have Reflect up. I feel like this has got to be pretty close to over. Hyper Beam's probably coming out here. It's actually just Tri-Attack. They can't even status me. Did nothing. They can't even status me because of the Misty Train that is Azumarill reset, and then it should go down here, I think. Okay, PZ goes down. I could still lose this in theory. Like, it's not impossible. But I am in pretty good shape. It's just that I took a lot of damage. But with Rotom Wash in the back and screens up, like, it's pretty difficult to beat Rotom Wash without screens, and, like, Mienshao is going to go down. Okay, Corviknight. Yeah, with Corviknight in the back here, I think I win. Of course, it's not impossible that I lose, but, yeah, I think I'm just going to... I definitely Psychic into the Mienshao here. I think I'm just going to force them to double attack me in order to KO me. Like, if they want both KOs, they have to attack with both. Although, with Close Combat Mienshao, maybe this is bad, because I think maybe... Yeah, Focus Sash. Huh. I'm wondering maybe if I should have protected Weezing. I was a little scared if Tailwind here. Or were they going to coach themselves? No, they're just Close Combat. Okay. I will feint to that. Weezing may survive. Like, the thing is I have very little bulk, but I do have Reflect up. Hopefully I survive. I think I survive here. Like, I feel like Rotom should be able to solo this anyway, but... Oh, I'm actually just faster than Corviknight. Oh, yeah, I put Speed EVs on this. Right. That's why I don't have as much HP. Forgot about that. Let's see if I survive an Iron Head. Oh, after Life Orb, probably not. Yeah, definitely not. There's no way I survive. God, Weezing is so good. I love Weezing. Let's go Rotom here, and then that should pretty much be the game. We know Rotom is faster. I think it's technically optimal to Nasty Plot. And Protect, I think, is optimal. And then we just Flamethrower with T-Bolt. I think they forfeit this turn, though. They should realize that they probably can't win against Rotom and Reflect. Nope, they don't forfeit. I mean, I don't blame them. But in theory, like, depending on my last Pokemon, maybe. Yeah, but this game went pretty well. Espeon actually did a lot of work. It was able to put pressure on the Mienshao, and it was able to help KO the Azumarill and not get KO'd by the Azumarill. Which is, like, both of those are pretty good things. And... Wait, if you Dynamax Weezing and set Misty Terrain, then what you can do is switch Rotom in so you don't get spored by Amoonguss, because you take away your Levitate. You can actually, like... Wait, you can also Dynamax your Rotom, set Electric Terrain, and then... No, that's what you should do. If you Dynamax Rotom and then they bring in Amoonguss and they, like, protect Spore, you switch in Weezing and then block the Electric... You block the Spore with Electric Terrain. That's actually genius. But, okay, yeah, that felt good. Like, so... Why don't I play one more? Let's do one more. Just because I'm curious, because that was a pretty good matchup. Like, Azumarill does not beat Weezing easily. Like, especially Azumarill versus Reflect Weezing. But the strategy makes sense. Like, I see why that person was high ranked. Like, Assault this Azumarill with defense boost and Dynamax and attack boost seems like impossible to deal with. But I had like a great counter team. So, another Azumarill. This time it has... Yeah, we're going to do the same lead again. I swear I plan to do different things with this, but I just am not doing that. At least I don't have Zoroark this time. Wait, let me slow down. Like, I really want Weezing here because I want to turn off the abilities of everything. But the Alakazam spooks me, and the Volcarona spooks me as well. It looks just like a hard Reliant Azumarill team, right? I'll bring Ferrothorn in the back, for sure, because that will help me with Azumarill and Alakazam. But what's the last one? It's got to be either Rotom or Charizard. That's what we learned in the first game, that we can't bring Noivern in the back. So Rotom gives me a better matchup against... it's a little risky. Basically, this is risky because the combination of Alakazam plus Volcarona kind of beats my whole team. I could also just Dynamax Azumarill, though, truthfully. And actually, I don't need to Dynamax Weezing this game, because... Yeah, with Light Screen and stuff, I should be able to survive. Unless it's like, again, unless it's the same lead as last time, the Mienshao plus Azumarill. I think I don't Dynamax Weezing here. I think I just use it as an early game damage dealer. Hopefully the screens will help it survive a turn. And then I will go from there. If they lead Alakazam or Volcarona and not Azumarill, I think I can just set the Light Screen up. If they lead with Scolipede or something, I think I set Reflect. Clefairy Mienshao. This, to me, looks like it wants to do Baton Pass stuff. That's kind of my inclination. No abilities, which is good. Like, why are you leading Fake Out plus Follow Me user here is my question. What does that do for you? I could just Dynamax here as well. I know I said I wasn't going to, but with this lead, I should be able to pretty safely... Yeah, I'm just going to do it, actually. Let's try and get rid of Clefairy. I don't think this KOs, but... like, I almost feel like this Mienshao wants to, like, set up and then Baton Pass, which I'd prefer not to let happen. And with Max Ooze, even though I don't KO here, I can KO next turn and put a lot of pressure on. Because Mienshao's probably not fake outing here, right? That's kind of my impression. They actually Dynamax... I'm going to go ahead and assume Mienshao, because if they're Dynamaxing Clefairy, I'm just going to throw up. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe Max Airstream? Like, I'm not really sure. I've never seen Dynamax Mienshao before. I'm not really sure what it wants to do here. But getting Reflect in front of you, the opponent's Dynamax, Pokemon is very valuable. And I don't see how they can stop Reflect, given that Espeon is faster here. So, yeah. I mean, maybe Mienshao gets, like, Max Steel Spike or something. Or, I mean, I'm sure it gets Max Quake, but, yeah, Dynamax Weezing should be pretty difficult for it to deal with, I think. I just need to make sure I don't take too much damage here. But again, between Reflect and Dynamax, I just mitigate the opponent's damage output a lot. Let's see if they Helping Hand or Follow Me. They go for Follow Me. That's the perfect move. We didn't really want them to do anything else. Helping Hand and Sing would have been the scary moves there. I'm glad we Dynamax. Like, I definitely don't want Weezing to take too much damage here. Especially since they're not going to Dynamax something like Azumarill or Alakazam or something. They go for Flutterby, actually. That's going to be coming off of Light Screen, so they are dropping my special attack. Espeon hangs on just barely, which is super nice. It's going to allow me to set Light Screen up. I mean, basically, it's the same situation as Game 1, except unlike Game 1, I should actually be doing damage this time. They're not Life Orb. They might be Assault Vest or something. They should still do a Chunk. Ooh, it actually does nothing. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, we do, like, no damage, which is interesting. We're going to end up pretty much trading Dynamaxes here for Clefairy and Weezing. I could Psychic here into Mienshao. I could, like, double Mienshao and try and take it out, or I set Light Screen up. Since we know they have both, they could have either Alakazam or Volcarona in the back. I think we're just going to go for Light Screen here. My question now is, should I Starfall? Let's see. Okay, so my goal is to win with Rotom after this, right? Nothing stops Rotom Wash anymore, I think. So I'm just going to... I definitely set Light Screen up, and then I think I just want to Starfall the Mienshao. The Ooze is so obvious. I'm going to Starfall the Mienshao. Basically, I think they're going to Follow Me this turn. If they Protect, which is another option, they just go for Follow Me. Okay, I made the wrong move here, which is okay. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, but basically, I figured, like, either way, probably, I'm Oozing and... Oh, they just go for Airstream, actually. Okay, so I made the wrong move. Or did I make the wrong move? Actually, I don't think I made the wrong move. I think I made the right move, because... They want speed boosts. Speed boosts are kind of irrelevant here because they're not gonna. Mienshao already outspeeds the rest of the Pokemon I brought. Though they didn't know that, so I don't blame them for going for it. But basically, I was thinking like this isn't gonna KO. Oh, okay, not what I expected. Did I crit them? Why did Starfall so much? I guess it was non-intimidated and it's just a much stronger move than Ooze. Okay. Okay. Alright, I see you. Weezing just KOs. So we've got Weezing with both screens up and Rotom Wash against Mienshao, who's still Dynamaxed, and something else. Rotom's coming in here. They have U-turn, they have Airstream, they have Fighting Move, they go for Volcaronia now. This thing could have Quiver Dance, but it could also just gonna double it. Like, we need this thing gone, right? Hydro Pump Ooze into Volcaronia. Even if they max bug me, it should be okay. I've got both screens up. I think I do this. Like, I think I could KO the Mienshao, but I think the Volcaronia is kind of like it's the bigger threat. Mienshao isn't doing that much in screens anyway. They're going for Full Airby. They don't protect. Yeah, they're going to drop my special attack to -1 for the turn. It actually does a good chunk of damage to my Rotom, kind of more than I was expecting, given that I have Reflect Up. But yeah, for a second I was like, does Mienshao get Infiltrator? And although I don't know the answer, I know that it doesn't matter. Ooh, Psychic Volcarona. Ooh, that actually did a lot of damage. If I miss Hydro Pump, I think we're in some trouble here. I also don't think this KOs the combination here. This should only do like 60%, and I think Ooze is going to do like 30. Ooh, it did like 80%. Okay. Weakness Policy, Weakness Policy. This should KO. There's no way Ooze doesn't do... no, this should KO. There's Life Orb. Without Life Orb, it wouldn't KO, but okay, cool. So the situation is pretty... I don't know. Not bleak. Like, it looks kind of not bad for us. We've taken 2 KOs. The issue is my last Pokemon is Ferrothorn, which is like isn't great against Mienshao. But the good news is that they have... It's probably Assault Vest Mienshao. And I... Like, these screens are so helpful, honestly. Azumarill comes in. Okay. They don't have a good way through my... They don't have a good way... Number one, they don't have a good way through any of my Pokemon. They especially don't have a good way through my Weezing. My Weezing hits both these Pokemon for a ton of damage. And isn't really in KO threat from either. So what do I do, though? Mienshao's +1 speed, doesn't really matter. I could double the Azumarill. I don't know if it's Assault Vest or not, right? We didn't see Sash anywhere. I don't know. Oh, Mienshao has... Wait, no, Mienshao has Assault Vest. So Azumarill probably does not have Assault Vest. So I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt and Sludge Bomb here. No. I'm going to Thunderbolt the Azumarill. And I'm going to Strange Steam the Mienshao. Because I'm neutral. This actually may KO, I think. I don't think Mienshao has a Steel move. Yeah, it has Rock Slide, Fighting move. Does a decent chunk. Flinches could be bad here. I got Thunderbolt off, though, which is the more important one. We just don't want this thing to set up on us. Oh, they don't have a setup move. Okay. I think this is Assault Vest Mienshao. Yeah, I think it was Assault Vest, so we're just going to take the KO there. Mienshao goes down. I'm lucky I didn't flinch with either one. Like, I think if they weren't belly drumming, it was probably fine, but yeah. Liquidation comes out. A good move. Targeting down Weezing is smart there because... like, I can't explain enough how important it is that Azumarill has huge power. Like, without huge power, it's not a Pokemon. It's like Ledian without huge power. GG, though. Yeah, Azumarill is a pretty rough matchup for Weezing, but they had a cool team. But again, we were able to win. So, I felt like the screens and the support that SBN provided these games were really good. And this is the first time where I feel like this is a team that I think could do well on the ladder. So, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. Maybe it was interesting to kind of see the evolution of the Espeon team. I mean, I've built 3. I know my Twitch subscribers saw all 3. I think YouTube has only seen 2 of them. But I think it's like, you can clearly see like the different approaches that I tried, right? At first I was trying to make Espeon the focal point as the sweeper. Now it's serving more as of a support role. So I think that this role is definitely better for Espeon. Like, I brought it to every game. I didn't feel like I was forced to bring it. Like, I thought it was good to bring. And it just really, like, screens are very, very valuable. That's why we see Lapras using them. And to support offensive boosting Pokemon with them, I think is pretty valuable. I don't think the team is perfect. I probably will have to make some adjustments at some point. Like, for example, we didn't bring Charizard a single time, which is probably a weakness. And the speed tiers feel awkward with my 3 main sweepers being pretty slow. Or the 3 Pokemon that I was bringing consistently being pretty slow. But overall, I think this is a good start, so I'm happy with it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.